Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on shipping. So today we're going to cover the various shipping methods that we utilize to ship Gabions, as well as the specific LTL delivery types. We'll go over a little bit of specifics on the Duraflex shipping, the DuraWeld shipping, our DuraGuard shipping, and then some general lead time and transit time questions that we get a lot, as well as what to do if your shipment does show up damaged. So as far as the different shipping methods, we ship our Gabions most commonly by LTL shipment, and LTL just stands for less than truckload. And it's basically where we have the Gabions palletized and shipped, and then they'll go through multiple warehouses to get to your location from our manufacturing facility. If we do have larger quantities, then we have two options with a dry van shipment as well as a flatbed. We very rarely do dedicated dry van shipments just because a lot of the larger orders of Gabions are going to include longer Gabions, and they're generally delivering to job sites. And it's just a lot easier to load and unload the Gabions with a flatbed where you can use your site equipment to load and unload the bundles or pallets of Gabions. For those in-between orders, and then also orders where timing is really critical, we also ship quite a bit on hotshot flatbeds, and that would be the bottom right picture where it's a 24-foot or 40-foot long gooseneck trailer with an F-250 or something similar truck pulling it. They have lower weight limits than like a full dedicated flatbed, but they do allow to have significant amount of Gabions on there, and you get the transit benefit of a full truck. But it's a lot easier to load and unload versus an LTL. It's going to be quicker, and generally the pricing is in between an LTL shipment price and a flatbed price, just kind of depending on where the shipment's going. We also do have the ability to do partial flatbed trucks. Those require a lot more flexibility on pickup and delivery time, and the transit time may be a little bit longer, but that is an option that we can look at on an order by order basis. With LTL deliveries, as I mentioned, those will pick up from our manufacturing facility or our warehouse, and then they'll go through different regional terminals until they get to the final delivery location. Once they're at the delivery location, we have several different types of delivery, and they are priced differently by the LTL carriers. So first we have a business delivery with a dock, and that would be a commercial business with a dock that the truck can pull up to that has a forklift or a pallet jack or something there to unload the material. That does need to be an actual commercial business in a commercial area. We have had some deliveries in the past where it was a commercial farm or something like that, but that would still be considered a limited access because it's not on the regular delivery route of the LTL trucks. Another option we have would be business without a dock. That is just where it is a commercial address, but we can do a liftgate delivery, or you might have a forklift or something that can unload from the back of the truck, just they can't do it from the dock. We also deliver directly to residents. That, depending on the final residence location, could be on a full 53-foot flatbed, or it could be on a shorter, like a 24-foot pup truck or something similar that allows, in limited access areas, allows the driver a little bit more freedom to get in and out. With residential delivery, that is just a curbside delivery, so you would still need to have the ability to get the Gabions to the backyard or wherever the project is being done. Similar in pricing to a residential delivery would be a construction site delivery. And a lot of times it's priced similar just because the construction site um, delivery may take a little bit longer. A lot of times it's harder to get in and out of, and that's just how the LTL carriers charge us. So we have to pass that cost on. The cheapest option would be a customer pickup at an LTL terminal. That is where the companies like UPS Freight, Estes, YRC, FedEx Freight, those types of trucking companies, they will pick up the material and then take it to the LTL carrier warehouse in the area closest to you, and we can give you, um, you know, that carrier's pickup address when you're trying to decide on what type of freight rate to get. That's when we're running a freight quote, we can pull up and look and see where the different terminals are and find a closer terminal for you. And that's generally going to be the cheapest option. To kind of give you an idea on pricing, uh, terminal pickup is going to be the cheapest. Next would be a business with a dock. And then business without a dock is just slightly more expensive. And then you get into residential and construction site deliveries. Um, a lift gate charge varies from carrier to carrier, but it's generally around $75. And then for business delivery is going to be $50 to $75 more than a terminal delivery. So, all of that is priced based on the pickup and delivery point. And, our online quote tool does provide shipping quotes for all of our standard Gabions that we have priced available on there. And if you do have any additional questions on freight, you can definitely reach out to us and we can kind of help you come up with a solution for your specific delivery requirements. So our Duraflex baskets, which is our twisted mesh baskets, they are folded and collapsed down, shipped flat on pallets. You can see a picture there. Even the 12-foot baskets are folded in half lengthwise, so they do take up a smaller footprint on a pallet. And our Duraflex baskets ship with tie wire, which is the default material for doing the final assembly, sewing up the vertical seams of the basket when you're opening them up. And then also the tie wire is utilized for the internal stiffening apparatus to keep the face from bulging. Our DuraWeld baskets are folded similar to the Duraflex in that they are collapsed down and folded, but the length of a DuraWeld basket cannot be folded in half because it is a single piece of rigid material. And so we do definitely recommend, unless you're getting a larger quantity of Gabions, to go with, the 6-foot or under length of DuraWeld Gabion, just because the shipping is going to be significantly cheaper because we do have to charge shipping based on the floor space that the pallet takes up in the truck. So if you're getting two 12-foot baskets, the freight rate's going to be, based on 3.5 feet by 12 feet of space in the truck, even though it may only have two baskets on it. So in that case, shipping is going to be considerably cheaper by doing 4 6-foot long baskets and having them all stacked up and taking up a lot less room. The DuraWeld baskets are going to be shipped with tie wire, spirals, and stiffeners. And that's the spirals are used for completing the seams. The tie wire can be used for attaching basket to basket, and then the stiffeners are used for internal support, similar to the tie wire with the Duraflex baskets. But they already have the preformed hook, and you just hook them in within the basket. Our DuraGuard baskets, which are polypropylene plastic baskets, they are folded and collapsed down on standard pallets, so they don't really take up very much room in shipping. Um, they're collapsed and shrink wrapped and banded to the pallet, and then it will come with enough of the cordage there you can see in the bottom right hand picture to finish the assembly of the baskets by tying those remaining seams. And then we do have the option, if needed, for 316L stainless steel spirals for final assembly of the DuraGuard baskets. But that's just up to the customer on what look and everything that they're going for on the basket. As far as lead times, on production lead times, we do stock the majority of our Duraflex baskets. Most cases, they actually ship next day or 2 days after. If there are, any uncommon sizes in the order or larger orders, sometimes it does take 2 to 3 days or a little bit longer for the Duraflex to ship. With the DuraWeld baskets, those are pretty much all made to order. And so the lead time varies, but anywhere from a week and a half to 2.5 weeks, just depending on what type of orders we have in the production lineup at the time. The DuraGuard baskets, on smaller orders, it may be 3 to 5 days, but as the quantity goes up, those are built to order as well. So you can easily get into the 2 week lead time on larger quantity orders. We generally can kind of give you a good heads up at the time of order placement on what our specific lead times look like at that point. So don't hesitate to ask on that. As far as transit times, once the goods are picked up, LTL transit time is definitely going to vary. And for what would be considered a complicated delivery, like a residential delivery where they will require an appointment to be set, that can delay the shipment a day. If it's really limited access, they may delay a day or two. We really don't have much pull with the LTL carriers other than just being the squeaky wheel when it comes to getting goods delivered if there is a hiccup. So we always want to make sure our customers are aware we do not have very much control at all over the LTL transit times. So if we told you it was a 3-day transit, that's just what the LTL website was showing. It's definitely not guaranteed. We definitely try to work with you as much as possible to get shipments delivered in a timely fashion. But sometimes it is out of our control. As far as truckloads, hot shot, flatbed, dedicated dry vans, they can generally travel 8 hours per day. So, depending on where the goods are picking up and where your delivery location is, that delivery timeline is going to vary. And also it depends on what time of day the goods picked up and how many hours they have left in the day. So that can vary, but it's still going to consistently be the fastest transit option. If you do happen to have a damaged shipment show up, it's very important that you note any damage on the bill of lading. If you just sign the bill of lading showing that it's received, that really cuts into our ability to file a claim to try to, recover any replacement costs needed with replacing the Gabions. So it's really important to note on the bill of lading, shipment was damaged. If you can take photos before it's unloaded, just showing that the Gabions were still on the truck and they showed up that way, that really helps us out on being able to fight with the trucking company to get that claim worked through. If it's not possible to get it picture on the truck, just as soon as you get it unloaded, go ahead and get pictures of the damage from multiple angles. Just anything we can have as backup really helps us. Um, you know, we don't have damaged shipments very often. 95% of the time, if they are damaged, it's on the Duraweld baskets. And that's definitely most common with, you know, baskets that are shipped over 6 feet in length. So that's one of the reasons we push, with the Duraweld baskets. Um, we definitely do not like shipping 12-foot long baskets by LTL. 9 foot, sometimes depending on how far the shipment is going, we may be able to make that work. But with longer transits, if the shipment's going in and out of 2 or 3 warehouses, it really is important to have those 6 foot or under gabions, just to reduce the risk of damage happening, because that pallet is being handled so many times. All right, so today's webinar was a quick one, but I hope the information was helpful. And if there's anything else we can help you with, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach us by phone at 866-391-6295, or email us at info@gabionssupply.com, or check out our website, gabionssupply.com. Thank you.